Picture this. You are selling your artworks on a market. You spent hours of work on each print and sticker sheet, gave them so much love and care. You are so proud of what you created. Your humble table gets a visitor. You're excited. You get a few compliments. Everything's great. And then the dreaded question comes. What did you use to create this? And so you respond. It's drawn digitally. I used my tablet. As you're saying it, you feel like the sentence is not enough. So you take a deep breath, ready to start explaining that there's process in digital art too. It's nothing like AI. You wouldn't touch that with a 2-meter bowl. You actually drew all the artworks yourself. But you see the customer's face drop slightly. And then they say, oh, it looks as if it was, drawn, like with colored pencils. And you recognize that trying to explain yourself is probably useless, as they already made their mind. Digital art is not the real art they imagined. Yes, this story happened to me. I was the artist with the humble table, and this left a weird taste in my mouth, as this is something I've been hearing my whole digital art journey. Sadly, digital art is still seen as less than. People still imagine there is some magic involved, that it's way easier than traditional art. And with the age of AI, it has gotten even worse, because AI pictures have the digital art feel, which is due to the reason that it has been trained on millions of digital art pieces without the artist's consent, mind you. And so now people who are not in the arts might find it hard to see the difference, and then assume that all digital art is AI. I think generative AI is what many people think digital art has been all these years. You give instructions, press a few buttons, and boom! Magic! You now have a finished artwork. But that's not how my beloved digital art works. I want to make a case for it, and maybe make its not so stellar reputation, which has sadly been further tarnished by AI, a bit better. So in this video, I'm sharing my digital art process to maybe show people who don't see a difference in it that yes, there is effort involved, it's not just magic, and no, the tablet doesn't do everything for you. The process is cut down, as I don't think you would enjoy watching the entire thing. I can spend 15 hours on one sticker sheet, and I've spent close to 30 on some of my more detailed pieces. That's also why I chose to only show a mini sticker sheet process here, because we would be here for ages otherwise, and why I shorten it so that it fits the length of the rambling I'm doing here right now. I hope you understand. Why do I spend so much time on digital art? Because I love it. I love to make the creative choices. I adore picking my subjects and giving them the attention they deserve, making them come to life slowly. I like to experiment with new palettes and shades, as there are so many combinations to be explored. I love to see how light interacts with things in real life, and enjoy trying to draw it on my tablet to capture the magic of the fleeting moment and appreciate it for a bit longer than it was intended to. I like to pick the colors to fit the mood I want to portray. I like to choose what the viewer should concentrate on when looking at the piece. When creating digitally, you still have to think about what you're doing. Same as with traditional art. You still have to make each brush stroke, choose your lighting and stick to it. You still have to know how to make the horse look like a horse. It is still dependent on your skill, your visual library, your stroke control, your preferences. The fun thing is that usually, if you take away the tablet from the digital artist, we are still able to use the other media to create, and vice versa. I mean, you've seen me use my sketchbooks here many times, and I even made a video about whether I am still able to paint traditionally, even though digital art has been my preferred medium for years, which you can watch here after you finish this one. If digital art worked like magic, and the computer did everything for us, like generative AI does now, we wouldn't be able to switch mediums so easily. Though of course each medium has its learning curve, but it's much less steep if you already know how to create with something else. You got the art basics? Now it's just about discovering how this particular medium operates. Of course, there are perks to digital art, and I think it's good to address them now. You don't have to mix your paint, you can just pick a color from the color wheel. You can use layers, and it's way easier to fix your mistakes. But that's just a characteristic of the medium, and even the different kinds of traditional media are better at some things than others. There are also disadvantages in digital art. For example, the super close zoom you can do, which then makes you obsess over perfecting details that won't even be visible in the final print. I am definitely guilty of that. I think it shaped my art career, so that's why my art has so many details now. But in a way I love it, because I can give each part of the piece the attention it deserves. I like digital art because it's convenient. I can take it with me anywhere, and all I'm carrying is a little tablet and a pen. I don't have to wait for the paint to dry. I can just get lost in the process without breaks. And getting lost in the process is actually my favorite part. I think that's the biggest point to separate AI from digital art. The joy of process. And thinking about all the AI grifters that have been appearing in the art markets, in Etsy search, flooding all the spaces that used to be for artists. And they're there because they want the money art business can bring, which is so funny because haven't you heard that the art business is so undervalued in general? These people just see it as another way to make passive income, therefore only care about the result. It's just another thing to try on the list of money-making schemes. You know, like point 6 and the 25 ways to make money fast and without effort videos. And that makes me so sad. Because artists actually care about and love the process of creating. The process is the best part about it. If we didn't live in a society where you have to earn your right to exist with money, I would just spend my days making art and throwing it at people who care about it for free. And even if people didn't care, I would still create because of the joy it brings me. But we have to make money, otherwise we will starve. And despite the traditional starving artist trope, a well-fed artist is a happy artist that has the energy to create more. We sell our art so that we can buy more time to do more of it. The payment for our art allows us to dedicate more time to creating it. And that's why it bothers me so much to be thrown in with the AI crowd. AI is a way to cut corners, to take away the fun part of art for the results. Whereas for artists, traditional or digital, the process is usually way more important than the result. So thank you for caring about the process with me today by watching this video till the end. I appreciate it.